All right, today I'm going to have a quick chat to you about one of our tools of the trade, the Xenium tools of the trade. I'd like to introduce you to our Palazzo Di Wealth. Corny name, hey? So this is a bit of a visual tool that we give our Xenium members and really helps them keep at the forefront of their minds, where they put it in their office or study or whatever. They can pull it out and make changes, all that sort of stuff. But it really helps people visualize their financial structure and helps implement some of those goals. So I'm going to run you through it really quickly. All right, we've got down the bottom, we've got our foundations, okay? So we've got our 90-day reserve fund here, the two cornerstones, and when you have investing, then if there's shortfalls on property or other investments, then we've got a 90-day reserve for investment as well to fund that. So that's your cornerstones down the bottom. And then in the middle, we've got finance and banking, structures, wills and estates, superannuation. We've got all our insurances, investment insurances, TPD, home, contents, health, life, all that sort of stuff. And so that's the first thing that we suggest that you have a look at before you do any sort of investment planning. Anything to do in property investing or any other investing, you've got to make sure that you've got a good foundation, right? So that's why everything down there is at the bottom of our Palazzo. And then when we go up and we talk specifically about property investing, we've got our 4 pillars, which I'll only touch on today, and we'll go into more depth in another video. And our 4 pillars are discounted buying, positive cash flow, asset banking or land banking, so buying with potential upside, and then development. So that's our 4 pillars there. And then we've got our market metrics and analysis across the top here. And so I'll talk to you about them on another video as well. And so they're your tools that tell you where you're going to go with your portfolio and what you're going to do in those actions at that time. So when you got that done, so we've got our basics, we've got our foundation, all those things I talked about there. We've got our strategies, that's our strategy step there. And then we've got our measurements or our metrics up there. And then so when we go above that, then we can start building a portfolio. And from that we've got and there's only 2 things in a portfolio. It's either active or holding, like that's it. So you're either doing something with it or you're holding it. There's no residential, commercial, there's no negative geared, positive geared. It doesn't matter. It's always going to fit into one of those 2 categories there. And so that's what we do. We've got active or holding. And so that's your portfolio level, and you can have all sorts of different strategies in terms of the product or the type of investments you put in there. Not just property, can be anything. And then from that, once you've got your portfolio, it's well built then. It's starting to be well built. So you've got a good foundation, you've got good strategies, you've got good measuring tools and ways to do KPIs and things like that for your portfolio. So then your portfolio sits on top of that, and then that gives you choices then. So that gives you the ability for, make choice on lifestyle, time, giving your time, giving money, whatever it is that you want to do, that gives you that. And then on top of that, to top it all off, that's your legacy. So we've got legacy right up the top there, and that finishes our Palazzo Di Wealth off fully. And the legacy is obviously that thing you're going to leave or pass on or be known for, whatever that is to you, that's your choice. So, but that's how it's built. A lot of times we have clients that try and build a portfolio not based on anything. Okay, so I've got 1 or 2 properties, and I don't have any 3 months reserves, or I don't have my insurances up to date. Well, that's all the foundation level. We need to go back and get you guys sorted in that way. Or I've got a portfolio, they're all negative geared. Well, there's no balance in your strategies there. There's got to be balance. Otherwise, you can't just sit on one pillar, you're going to fall off. Or I've got a portfolio, I've got a few properties, but I don't know, are they going well? They're not going well. Well, you've got nothing to measure against. And that's the whole reason why we've built this visual tool in that manner. So that you have this, you've got a copy of it, and you can always refer back to it and say, okay, right, what's next? Oh, go back to basics, I've got to do this, got to do this.